James, a 2-0 defeat this afternoon to Falkirk. You would be looking for a better result, but how did you feel the performance was?
Yeah, I think certainly in the first half, Falkirk were a better side. They come out the traps. Look, they're a good team, so credit to John and Paul for that. They've built on their League One, which was a fantastic achievement for them. And it hurts me, but I've also been on the other side of this, where I'm the one standing after the game and delighted that we've won. But I think today the team that deserved the 3 points got it. We had a wee go in the second half, and credit to the group of players. They went and they left nothing out there to try and get something from this game. Ultimately, it was then put to bed with a penalty, which, I'm not quite sure if it is a penalty or not, but I'm certainly not going to use that as an excuse, because for me the better team won today.
You'd be pleased to get Chris Kane back out onto the park and get half an hour or so into his legs?
Yeah, that's going to be massive for us going forward. I thought he looked a threat when he came on. Obviously they won it, and on another day that might drop in, but Chris he's a very good player, and he's been frustrated, we've been frustrated. Obviously the fans are frustrated when you don't see one of your best players out there. Along Chris and Matty Todd are two really good performers for this football club. But now Chris is back, we've got 2 weeks to work with him to get him sharper. He's not had a lot of training, but he looked okay when he came on, and he'll only get better with time. But delighted to have him back.
All focus will now turn on to Hamilton, but there's 14 days until that game. Does the break come at a time that you think could be a positive for us in terms of trying to get this group up to speed?
Yeah, it certainly does, and in that sense, it's not ideal when you're 3 weeks into a season having a break. We would much rather be in the cup, but look, we've touched on that before. But the fact that there is a couple carrying knocks, it's a chance to get Chris more up to speed or ready to start games by the time we go to Hamilton. Get a couple cleared up. Kieran Gwenya's another one. He just missed out. He was close to playing, so by the time Hamilton comes, he'll be available as well. But it's not ideal when you're saying, particularly off the back of defeat, when you're saying you're glad of a break. And with the break, we'll obviously work hard in training, and we'll do things building towards Hamilton. But it's came at a good time to clear up a few injuries and what is it's a small squad at the best of times. But when we've not got the depth to help the lads out in that sense, then when the break comes, we've got to use it as a positive to get them a few rested and a few up to speed.
The fans turned up in good numbers today and got behind the players. The squad will need that continued support heading to Hamilton in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah,
and the one thing that I've been at this football club long enough now, the one thing that they'll get is if they keep at least working as hard as they are and giving everything for that badge, the fans will get behind the players. Again, I was encouraged with that today, and I didn't come out and say it last week for the sake of it. I said it because it's what I believed at Livingston, and then today they were great in here. Now, but that's normal for us. We've been on the back of really good runs. We've been here when we've been lost heavily or whatever. But those fans they demand a performance. Yeah, they're standards, and we know. Look, we're not naive enough to think all you need to do is turn up and work as hard as you can. There've got to be quality in your game and creating chances. But those fans, they got behind them. I'm gutted for them. The fans and the players today, look at selection or decisions. That's fine to be questioned. But I think the one thing you can't question today was the passion and the determination from our fans and our players to help each other out, which pleases me.